Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors are going through a difficult time in the season and fans are asking for new signings to be made so that this team becomes stronger and can reach the NBA Finals. Today the Warriors play against the Lakers and beating their rival will be great. Rumors, Warriors and Utah Jazz are doing business. The Golden State Warriors have been in a slump over the past few weeks and can find an immediate upgrade by targeting Walker Kessler and John Collins from the Utah Jazz. The Golden State Warriors need to make corrections this season because their season seems to be going south. At 36 years old, Stephen Curry has had two shockingly bad performances in the same month. Jonathan Kuminga has been called out by Steve Kerr, and the newly acquired Dennis Schroeder has failed to make an impact. Overall, the Warriors are not a title-contending team and that is fairly obvious when watching their games. The Warriors are in the market for roster upgrades right now and could look toward a tanking Utah Jazz for the right pieces. The Warriors rank 14th in offense and 11th in defense, so they are only a few pieces away from being a much better side. Sitting at 15-13, the Warriors are at risk of being a play-in team, and that is where a proposed trade including Walker Kessler and John Collins comes in. The Utah Jazz are at the bottom of the West this season and need to find a new franchise cornerstone alongside star Lauri Markkanen so they could trade their pieces to start tanking as soon as possible. We have a proposed trade package to give the Warriors two new frontcourt pieces by consulting the Utah Jazz in a trade, and let's break down how it works out for all parties involved. Golden State Warriors receive Walker Kessler, John Collins. Utah Jazz receive Jonathan Kuminga, Gary Payton II, Kevin Looney, Kyle Anderson, 2025 first-round pick, 2027 first-round pick. This trade would give the Warriors exactly what they've been missing: size, rebounding, and consistent scoring. Walker Kessler, a defensive anchor, addresses the glaring issue in Golden State's interior defense. Averaging 10.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 2.9 blocks per game this season, Kessler brings rim protection the Warriors have lacked since losing Kevin Looney's youthful agility. His ability to finish around the rim and set hard screens also enhances Stephen Curry's pick-and-roll opportunities. John Collins adds a new dimension to the Warriors' offense with his combination of athleticism and shooting. At 6 feet 9 inches, Collins is shooting 42.4% from three while averaging 17.7 points and 8.2 rebounds per game this season. His versatility makes him an ideal fit for Steve Kerr's system, which thrives on floor spacing and movement. Collins' ability to attack mismatches inside or stretch the floor on the perimeter would keep defenses honest, particularly in crunch time. Adding these two players could elevate Golden State's offensive efficiency while fortifying their defense. With Kessler's defensive dominance and Collins' scoring versatility, the Warriors would immediately look more balanced and dangerous. However, the cost of losing glue players like Kevin Looney and Gary Payton II might sting in the short term. A desperate attempt to push for a championship by the Warriors. This trade screams urgency for Golden State, and it's easy to see why. Stephen Curry's window to contend for a title is shrinking, and the Warriors need to maximize every remaining year of his prime. Acquiring Kessler and Collins is a clear statement that they are going all in, but it comes at a significant cost. Losing Kevin Looney, the heart of their defense and rebounding efforts, would hurt Golden State in ways that might not be immediately apparent. Looney's leadership, consistency, and chemistry with Curry have been critical in the team's success. Similarly, Gary Payton II, an elite perimeter defender, and Kyle Anderson, a versatile playmaker, have roles that are difficult to replace. However, desperate times call for desperate measures. If Kessler and Collins can click with the Warriors' core, they could push the team back into championship contention. Yet, if chemistry issues arise or injuries plague their new additions, this trade could backfire spectacularly, leaving Golden State with a depleted roster and few future assets. It's a gamble, but one the Warriors might feel compelled to take given the stakes. Bucks want to sign 2 Warriors players. The Milwaukee Bucks are 16-12 and currently holding the 5th seed in the NBA Eastern Conference. They also recently won the 2nd annual NBA Cup championship over the Oklahoma City Thunder, the top team in the NBA Western Conference. As Giannis Antetokounmpo and other Bucks players stated after that win, though, their job is not done. They are trying to win another NBA championship this year. Winners of 7 of their last 10 games, not including the NBA Cup final, Milwaukee is one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Since they are all of a sudden relevant after starting the season 2-8, trade rumors surrounding the team have gone from Giannis or Damian Lillard being moved to the Bucks acquiring more talent to complement them. One of the players that many fans would like to see traded is perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate Bobby Portis, who is averaging 13.9 points and 7.8 rebounds per game this season. While he is a solid offensive player, many fans point to his alleged disinterest in playing defense as a reason why Milwaukee struggles whenever Giannis or Brook Lopez are off the floor. One trade suggestion, though, does not include Portis or any member of the Bucks' preferred rotational players. Donnie Shea of the Sporting News recently proposed a trade that would send Pat Connaughton, DeLon Wright, and draft picks to the Golden State Warriors for Kevin Looney and Brad Podziemski. Connaughton and Wright are primarily included to help match salaries, Shea wrote. Additionally, the draft capital involved could be consolidated to entice an opposing front office into parting with win-now talent. Because the Warriors are in playoff contention, a deal of this magnitude is unlikely as Podziemski and Looney are key rotations pieces. Looney is from Milwaukee and Podziemski is from Greenfield, Wisconsin. The former is averaging 5.2 points and 7.3 rebounds per game this season, while the latter is averaging 8.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. Both come off the bench for Golden State. While this trade is intriguing given the fact that Looney has won 3 NBA championships and both players are from Wisconsin, it should be noted that neither player may fit the Bucks scheme. Looney is an undersized center, 6'9", that does not spread the floor. Podziemski, a guard, shot the ball well last year as a rookie, but is shooting just 27.8% from 3 this year. Sports, which 2025 NBA draft prospect would be a good gift for Golden State Warriors? When the Golden State Warriors started the 2024-25 NBA season at 12-3, the upcoming 2025 NBA draft would have likely been an afterthought to most. However, with the team's recent struggles, the team from the Bay Area could be selecting much higher in the draft than initially suspected. This may be a long-term blessing for the Warriors. The upcoming NBA draft is expected to be loaded with talent. A recent mock draft published by Jonathan Wasserman of Bleacher Report featured the Warriors selecting point guard Boogie Fland from Arkansas. Considering the sophomore slump of Brandon Podziemski and the aging superstar talents of Stephen Curry, it does not feel too surprising to see Golden State addressing the backcourt with this selection. There is a lot to like about Fland as a prospect. The Razorbacks guard is ranked as the 4th best point guard in the 2025 NBA draft by Tankathon. Fland is averaging 15.3 points, while shooting 43.3% from the field and 37.3% from three-point on 4.9 attempts per game. His passing numbers look impressive too. Fland is averaging 6.2 assists per game and only 2.0 turnovers a game to go with it. The size of the Arkansas guard will concern some, but that should not turn people away from his encouraging on-court display of basketball ability. Fland is a strong floor general, who is a good decision-maker, and scores effectively by using his quickness. The primary goal of the Warriors in the 2024-25 NBA season will be to win a championship. Their pick in the upcoming draft could be dealt before the NBA trade deadline as a result. However, adding Fland could set up the future well in Golden State if that is not the case.